mahasiswa SMP di Kabupaten Goa Sulawesi Selatan menjadi korban perundungan oleh tersangka. Masih belum juga akan dikibarkan korban kritis hingga terjadi Polres Kota Pasuruan Jawa Timur kesulitan membongkar kasus perundungan siswa yang membuat korban depresi. Hingga saat ini korban ada di dalam karantina di rumah sakit jiwa.
Dari video viral yang beredar, perkelahian warga terjadi di salah satu SMP di Sulu Minahasa. Seorang pelajar dibunuh oleh 2 orang rekan lainnya. Korban dikeroyok untuk menolongkan pelajar lainnya. Aksi pengeroyokan ini berakhir setelah korban tak sadarkan diri. Korban pun langsung ditolong oleh pelajar lainnya. Pemerintah setempat langsung melakukan investigasi dan mendatangkan fakta bahwa peristiwa terjadi pada 12 Agustus 2024 dan telah diselesaikan secara kekeluargaan oleh pihak sekolah.
Namun karena ini adalah anak sebagai pelaku dan anak sebagai korban, maka tindakan dari kepolisian akan berbeda dengan dari atas oleh pemerintah. Ya, yang dilakukan oleh PA dan dilakukan oleh namanya tidak oleh Bapak. Kita masih dalam
Bupati Kabupaten Goa Ahmad Murita Iksan yang melakukan sidang di sekolah tersebut menerangkan peristiwa ini diawali dengan bercanda yang berujung saling tersinggung. Penyidik Polres Kota Pasuruan Jawa Timur masih melakukan pemeriksaan beberapa saksi perundungan siswa pelajar SMA Negeri 4. Dijadwalkan 8 siswa yang diduga terlibat perundungan terhadap MS dipanggil penyidik di Polres Kota Pasuruan Jawa Timur pada Kamis. Namun hingga siang baru 2 siswa yang menjalani pemeriksaan, sementara 5 lainnya belum hadir. Sebelumnya pada Rabu, 4 saksi diperiksa tim penyidik untuk perlindungan anak Polres Kota Pasuruan. Di antaranya 2 siswa yang merupakan sahabat MS dan 2 guru. Penyidik masih kesulitan untuk memeriksa korban karena MS tidak boleh dijenguk di karantina di rumah sakit jiwa Malang.
Mereka akan melakukan pemeriksaan terhadap korban dan juga meminta visum kesediaan terhadap korban. Namun korban berdasarkan keterangan dokter perawat masih dalam perawatan dan tidak boleh dilakukan fungsi apapun karena akan dilakukan pemeriksaan psikologis oleh dokter yang bersangkutan, sehingga sampai saat ini penyidik belum bisa melakukan pemeriksaan terhadap korban.
Sementara itu, Kepala Cabang Dinas Pendidikan Wilayah Pasuruan Erwan Cahyono mengatakan pihaknya menyerahkan kasus ini kepada pihak berwajib.
Kami sudah bertanya kepada kepala sekolah setelah pengawasan pada sekolah bahwa kepala sekolah guru maupun BK untuk minta pengawasan terhadap siswa-siswa yang ada di sekolah.
Dinas Pendidikan mengimbau kepada seluruh sekolah SMA setingkatnya untuk lebih memantapkan tim pencegahan perundungan agar kasus serupa tidak terjadi lagi. Tim Liputan CNN Indonesia.
Okay guys, so the video is finished. So I want to ask you, what do you think about these cases? Anyone who want to share their opinions about this case? I am in. Yes, please.
I think this case is very bad because bullying is wrong. It can hurt people and make them feel scared or sad. So we should kind to our friends and help to each other so everyone feels safe and happy. Okay, thank you.
Further, and it will be presented next meeting.
That's
it for our lesson. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, we are from group 9 and we will present our material that is case-based learning. But before that, let us introduce ourselves first. Me, Ratu Dimas Ara Aichahyani as the first presenter.
I am Siti Fatimah Zahra Alawiyah as the second presenter.
So let's move on to the material. The definition of case-based learning. Case-based learning is educational approach where students engage with real-life situations or scenarios to apply their knowledge and enhance their critical thinking skill. In CPL, students typically work in group to discuss the study case that present complex problem and requiring analysis and making decision under instructor guidance. The next material is characteristic of case-based learning. Case-based learning have 5 characteristics. The first characteristic is real-world relevance. In case-based learning, the case or the problem is taken from real-life situation. It can help students to see how the knowledge can be applied in real world, and it can make the learning more practical and useful. The second characteristic is critical thinking and solving problems. Case-based learning encourages students to think deeply about the situation or the problem in the case. They need to analyze the information and evaluate the different options and come up with a solution. This can help students to improve their solving problem skills. The third is collaborative learning. In case-based learning, students often work in group to discuss the case and share ideas and solving problems together. Collaborative learning helps students to learn from each other and improving communication and improve their teamwork skill. And the fourth is facilitator role. In case-based learning, the facilitator or the teacher does not directly provide the answer, but they are guide and support the student by asking questions and encourage discussion and helping them to think analytically to explore solutions. And the last is decision-making focus. Case-based learning often requires students to make decisions based on the information they have. They need to evaluate the different options and decide the best course of action, and this helps them to practice their making decision skill, which is important in real-life situations. Next is principles of case-based learning. The first is goals of teachers. Teachers guide the discussion, encourages critical thinking, and connect learning into real-life situations. They help students understand the case without giving all the answers. The second is goals of students. Students actively participate, solve problems, and share ideas. They work in groups to learn from each other and develop teamwork skills. The third is respond to errors. Teachers give feedback and help students understand what went wrong and how to improve. And the last is interaction and evaluation. Learning happens through group discussion and teamwork. And teachers evaluate students based on their participation, understanding, and problem-solving skills. Next is techniques of case-based learning. The first technique is problem identification. Students start by understanding the case, then identifying the main issues or challenges. The second is collaborative learning. Students work in groups to discuss and solve the case, learning from each other's ideas and perspectives. The third is guided inquiry. The teacher provides guidance through questions, helping students to explore the case deeply and critically. Next is role-playing. Students take on roles related to the case, for example, a doctor, teacher, or a manager, to better understand different perspectives and problem-solving skills.
Next is reflection and debriefing. After solving the case, students reflect on what they learned, what they could improve, and how the knowledge applies to real life. Next is assessment learning. The teachers assess students' understanding, participation, and ability to apply the knowledge through discussion, participations, and written work. And the last is use of technology. Technology like videos, simulation, or online tools can make the classes more engaging and interactive.
The benefit of case-based learning. The first is enhanced critical thinking. Case-based learning encourages students to analyze complex situations, identify the problem, and develop solutions. This process requires them to think critically, evaluate evidence, and consider various perspectives before making decisions, which is improve their ability to think analytically in real-life situations. The second is real-world application. By using real-life situations, students are exposed to practical situations they may encounter in their future career. This helps the bridge between theory and practice and help them to apply their knowledge in a meaningful and relevant context. The third is collaborative skill. Case-based learning often involves the group discussion or teamwork where students must communicate and work together to solve the problem. This collaboration as they learn to share the idea, listen to others, negotiate solutions, and all essential skills in the workplace. The fourth is self-reflection. After working through a case, students are encouraged to reflect on their decision, the process, and the outcomes. This reflection helps them to understand their true patterns and thought patterns, identify the strengths and areas for improvement, and become more self-aware learners. And the last is engagement and motivation. Case-based learning often involves challenging, relevant, and interactive scenarios which can capture their interest and motivate them engage deeply with the materials. It can make learning more interesting and dynamic and increasing student investment in their studies.
Okay, for the last material is challenges of case-based learning. The first challenge is case design. Creating effective cases can be difficult. The case must be realistic, engaging, and suitable for the student's level of understanding. The second is student readiness. Not all students are prepared for active learning. Some might lack the confidence or skills to analyze cases or participate in discussions. The third is group dynamics. Group work can be challenging if students don't cooperate, contribute equally, or resolve conflicts effectively. And the fourth is time constraint. CBL requires a lot of time for discussion, analysis, and reflection, which may not fit into a limited class schedule. And the last is assessment difficulties. Evaluating individual contribution and understanding in group setting can be complex and time-consuming.